Happy day. Happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
My name is Don Burrows, and this is...
I'm Lee Burrows, yeah.
Or Heidi, as she might have been known. We first moved to Cincinnati in 1977 and started a campus ministry there, and of course, that was a lot of great people.
So Joe Filippo baptized in October 30th, 1978.
Donna Johnson, and I was baptized in February of 1979.
All right, I'm Joe Diltz. I became a part of the church in 1979.
My name is Cindy Impfeld. I was baptized the summer of 1982.
My name is Dave Hare. I was baptized on February 7th, 1983 at 2:20 a.m.
I'm probably the old one here in the bunch. So my journey really began in 1975. I was a student at the University of Kentucky. I got baptized in November of 75.
When Don and I first moved there, we had one college student at that time, and that was Mary Kachilla, who later became known, of course, as Mary Maines. And she brought her sister and introduced her, and that's Judy Kachilla, who is Judy Diltz.
What was it that drew you to the church, though? I mean, was there anything that you saw that I want to be? So was it just Judy? Was that kind of the?
Judy drew me to the church. she literally drew me to the. That was a non-negotiable for her. So probably don't need to put that in there.
There was a genuineness and a authenticity about their Christianity. They weren't like super religious or anything like that. They were vulnerable, real.
Initially, I just saw the love. And it just reminded me so much of John 13:35, just how the disciples loved one another.
It really made an impact, and just their love and concern for me just stood out.
People were genuine, they were real, they were open, and they didn't have masks.
There was what I would call God talk in the fellowship. We weren't talking about the Bearcats. Now, they weren't as good back then, but we weren't talking about the Cincinnati Reds. We just talked about what we heard, or you would have these sit-down conversations.
Something. I remember Todd Reed talking with me, and I forget what I was doing, but he gave me some direction, and I thought, oh, you're right. And if you have an open heart, it's good. There were times I didn't have an open heart, and I had to fight it a little bit, but...
changing things in my character. I used to break down crying all the time, and I remember a sister sitting down and said, Donna, you got to get a thicker skin. You can't fall to pieces every time someone says one thing to you. And she said it very gently and lovingly.
And I won't forget it. It was a Wednesday night at church. He had come to visit from California. And he said, Tom, where's your passion at these days? And I got thinking about that, and I started talking about my work. And he lovingly told me, he said, Tom, your passion needs to be God.
But it's people who can point me, who know the word, who hold it in the highest regard and live it and personify those qualities that keep me encouraged. But it's not pointing to them, it's pointing to God.
You go through things in your Christian walk, or we call journey, that things happen. Some things hurt, they disappoint. But what keeps me faithful is the Word of God hasn't changed. God's still on the throne, and I never looked at the church as being a fix-all. I looked at the church as being the family that's going to help me, and I'm going to help them finish the race. 40 years is a long time as a fellowship, and you think of that perspective, hey, let's not lose sight of, we don't know when our day is up. And I think of the 40 years and how many brothers that I know that are already gone. I keep kind of in my journal, I write down their names. And whether it's a Chris Allison, others that I've known. And now, as you get older, you have more and more and more. And these brothers and sisters have finished the race. So let's keep that perspective.
Ephesians 3, that he can do infinitely more than all we ask or imagine. And we do a lot of asking, we just don't do a lot of imagining. And he wants us to imagine.
How to pass this on? Let's give vision an opportunity, but let's just remember that at the end of the day, we all have stuff and we just still need the grace of God in our life.
Cincinnati was really the beginning of our journey.
We do love the church there, and like I said, you all are really in our hearts, and we think of you often.
So hopefully that helps. Love you guys.